Hello everybody, I'm Rusty Reed, the Turtle Man, and I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about the alligator snapping turtle hatchlings. Well, they began as hatchlings that are in our alligator snapping turtle lifespan development study. Now, one of the most important things about this grouping of turtles that are in our study is recording the food that they intake and what the food is that they intake. So we try to replicate what they will be eating in the wild as much as we possibly can. I gather all that food from the wild personally. So that sends me out into the creeks and lakes to gather the different aquatic things that they'll be eating. And today I want to talk about the fish. I see a lot of discussion and I get a lot of questions about what is safe to feed the alligator snapping turtles and what isn't safe. In the wild, they're going to eat everything that swims by them as far as live fish. There are many other things that they eat. Today's focus is going to be on fish and the aquatic animals that I feed the turtles in our study. I'm going to show you how I gather the fish, and I try to mix the river systems that I get this fish from. And that's because over the years, as I need to feed these turtles and as they grow, I'll be getting fish from different sources, which is different river systems. In the wild, they're pretty much going to spend their entire life in one river system for the most part. It would be unusual for them to find themselves in a mixed river system. Now, that doesn't mean that the fish would stay within the same river system. So we're going to mix up their food from different river systems. I'm actually going to record that as well. All the fish that is gathered for the turtles in this study is labeled and processed, froze up, and processed by what river system that it came from. So let me walk you through real quick here how I go out and gather the fish that go into the turtles in our alligator snapping turtle lifespan development study. Stick with me. I plan on doing a whole series on the food that they're receiving. Today it's fish. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use the G Minnow Trap. That's G-E-E Minnow Trap. It's a name brand. It has a 1-inch opening in each end. They're about 12 inches in diameter, 18 inches long, and they qualify with my state law, which is something you want to check into. I prefer the galvanized G Minnow Traps over these black plastic coated minnow traps. They don't tend to catch as much fish. If you place them side by side, I'll catch more fish in the galvanized G Minnow Trap than I do the black plastic ones. So once you have your traps, the next thing you'll need is a nice little creek. Now this one's perfect for me. It's close to the Blackwater Turtle Refuge. It has strong flow most times of the year and produces a huge variety of fish. You'll want a strong cord tied to each one of the clips on each trap. And I tie the other into a pop bottle, a plastic pop bottle used as a buoy. Sometimes I'll just throw the trap into the current if it's not very strong, and I'll throw the buoy right in there with it. And then I can hook the buoy and pull the trap and all on the following day when I'm checking it. Or I can tie it to a tree, which is much better. In case the current goes up in the night, there's rainfall, you don't want your traps washing away. I had a hard time getting this one placed. I had to throw it several times to get it up and down in the current so that the fish that are swimming upstream fight their way right into the funnel and into the trap. I had to throw this 2 or 3 different times. It's about a 6-foot deep hole. So I left those traps undisturbed for a good 24-hour soak and returned the following day. I was pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of fish in each one of those traps, all perfect for the study turtles. 3 to 4 inch, some smaller. There were catfish. There was a variety of species in there. And I even got a small crawdad in there, which was real unusual. If you look on the other side of that bank, you'll see snow. So this is pretty odd to catch crawdad this time of year, but we're in a really unusual weather pattern right now. That's why I'm out trapping the minnows and getting a jump on my spring feedings. Currently the turtles are in brumation. I'm just getting ready for when they're not. Well, now that was a pretty good haul. That's gonna feed them turtles. I know you don't want to step off right here. This drops right down to 6 feet. Quick. With over half my life spent experiencing alligator snapping turtle adventures, I'm Rusty Reed, the Turtle Man.
It's crazy. I love my job.